Halloween is the one day a year where everybody's entitled to one good scare. But what happens when the scare goes too far, becomes too real? Here are two true scary Halloween stories. Guys, I know it's early, but you know what? Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I'm gonna start celebrating it early. That way I could celebrate it for longer. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Halloween is my favorite holiday. Without further ado, here's two true scary Halloween stories. That's actually a lot harder to say than you'd think. I mean, if you don't believe me, try saying it. Or maybe I'm just stupid. I mean, either are very possible. In 2010, a woman by the name of Julie Keith actually purchased a graveyard kit from her local Kmart. But unfortunately, she didn't open the kit for another 2 years. I say that because upon opening the graveyard kit, she was met with a very disturbing letter from the man who actually built the kit. See, the letter was a cry for help. The kit was built in a labor camp in China, and the man explained the terrible working conditions him and his co-workers were under. He explained they were tortured and enslaved. He also explained that they were forced to work 15-hour workdays. Meanwhile, they were receiving no pay, no breaks, and no days off. And the man pleaded that whoever found his letter would please report it to the World Human Rights Organization. And luckily, Julie did. And the man and his co-workers were freed several months later. Apparently in China, petty criminals have been taken to these camps for years now. Instead of jail, thieves, prostitutes, and even drug abusers have been sent here without trial, forced to work off their crimes for the rest of their lives. And I think that that is sad and scary. But this story does have a happy ending. The man was freed, and Julie did later get to meet the man. So that's pretty cool. But our next story does not have a happy ending. In fact, it's pretty sad. On October 31st, 1998, a man from the Bronx by the name of Carl Jackson was a victim of a harmless prank that ended in murder. Carl was a computer programmer who was actually driving his girlfriend and her son home after a night of trick-or-treating. And that's when a group of young men came out of nowhere and began to egg his car. Carl exited his vehicle to confront the teenagers, and that's when they pulled a gun on him and fatally shot him. He died shortly after in a hospital. And the saddest part is what his father later told reporters. Apparently Carl didn't go out much, especially on Halloween because it was too dangerous. But this year he actually insisted on taking out his girlfriend and her kid for a good time. And those young men ruined Halloween for that family for the rest of their lives. Now instead of enjoying Halloween like everybody else, they're going to be haunted by the death of a loved one. And that is really, really sad. But I didn't want to end this video on a sad note. So here are some of the funniest Halloween stories I could find. You know what? Let's lighten the mood a little bit. I'm Spider-Man. Okay, before we get started on this next segment, I just wanted to reference that I just watched the trailer the other day for Spider-Man No Way Home, and it looks really, really exciting, and I can't wait for it. So anyways, here's some of the funniest Halloween stories I could actually find. In 1994, a young Jimmy Fallon went to a Halloween party where 3 people showed up dressed like David Hasselhoff from Baywatch. But here's the funny part. Someone accidentally fell into the pool and all 3 David Hasselhoffs jumped in after him to save him. In 2016, a man at a Halloween party actually walked in on 2 people dressed like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton aggressively making out. Yeah, I actually tried to find like a reference photo for you guys, but then Google told me to take my nasty self over to Bing, so you don't get a photo of that. I thought that joke was really funny. I hope you guys appreciate that joke. One year, a drunk Twitter user actually egged his own house, and then the next day he had to clean it up. And lastly, in 2017, a kid showed up on a man's porch wearing a poncho with the name John written across his chest. The man asked who the kid was supposed to be dressed up as, and the kid simply answered, John. I wonder where that kid is now. I wonder how John felt about that. I wonder who John is. You know, this is something that I'm actually going to be thinking about for the next couple of days. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is very early for a Halloween video, but you know what? Who cares? I love Halloween, and this channel is already spooky. So let me know if you want more videos like this leading up to Halloween. Maybe I could do this for all the holidays, you know, some creepy Christmas videos, creepy Easter, Valentine's Day, maybe 4th of July. I bet there's some pretty scary 4th of July stories. I mean, you mix alcohol with rednecks, Kid Rock, and fireworks, and that sounds like a recipe for a disaster. I want you guys to tell me in the comments what your favorite Halloween costume was, as well as your favorite Halloween candy. I think my favorite candy would have to be like Reese's peanut butter cups. I mean, you freeze those bad boys and they're... My favorite costume, I don't know. I really liked being Robin. That was fun. I was Star-Lord one year, my girlfriend was Gamora. I'm being Willy Wonka this year, and she's being Violet. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna be this year if you know already. I mean, it is pretty early still, but I'd like to know if you know. Oh, and I almost forgot, I actually bought a bunch of stickers recently for a giveaway. So I'm gonna be giving away a bunch of stickers. So if you want a free sticker, please go follow the Instagram at Life in Technicolor Pod, because that's where you'll be able to enter the giveaways. You could get the standard photo of, I'm trying to like show it without the glare. You could get the standard like logo, or you could wind up with this one, which is pretty cool. I actually didn't own this sticker until this order came in, but it's a little space gun that says Life in Technicolor. So yeah, really cool stuff going on. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're following the Instagram if you want some free stickers. And if you don't want a free sticker, you could always go to the Redbubble. You can get a t-shirt, you can get a sticker, maybe a hoodie if you feel like it. There's a bunch of weird stuff on there. Whenever I set up the Redbubble, I was like looking through all the options and I was like deciding what I wanted to sell, and I was very amused by some of the options that were on there. So I clicked all of the ones that I thought were funny too, which was probably a bad idea because it's probably difficult now to find what you want, but you could get a shower curtain with my face on it, and I never thought that that would be a thing, but thanks to Redbubble, you can. So if you really enjoy the channel, you could do that. Or you could get a comforter set, you can get some pillows, you can get a clock. There's a lot of funny stuff on there that I thought would just be funny to have available. Alright, so as always guys, be nice to each other.